if you're spending your universal medals on random heroes, you're making a huge mistake. The smartest players save those just for one thing, and here is why. Now, obviously, you're going to see what, because I have opened the Mightiest Governor, and I'm going to start from there. Universal medals are best used of Mightiest Governor heroes. Now, if we go over the ranking, right now in the Mightiest Governor, we don't have something crazy. As currently, this is the stages, we're looking over overall stats. Right now here we have the Theodora medals. Now, obviously this is not going to be the Mightiest Governor you want to focus on, but at the end of the day, here is where is the truth. The main reason is universal legendary medals are scarcity in this game. Now, for heroes from the legendary event, you can get them just by making more pulls, more time spinning the wheel. And each step is giving you more medals of the specific hero you're looking for. But the Mightiest Governor is going to give you the opportunity to actually open the hero, and we're looking over here. We can get 50, here we can get 40. I'm not quite sure this is actually the full ranking. Yeah, this is the overall ranking, and you're going to see that you can get till level 90, level 100. The first 100 people is going to get this hero and is going to be basically able to open this hero. Right now there is Theodora, but there is a heroes that is from the legendary, from the Mightiest Governor. And maybe I can make a selection. It's going to be legendary, let's say Pikeman's, and maybe we can go for Marshall. Now here we have some heroes, and this is one of the heroes that, for example, I don't have. This is Ram Humming. Now this hero is in great support of many things, open field and also rally. But still, this hero can actually be getted from the Mightiest Governor. If you click over here, you're going to see that is Mightiest Governor. Now, why is it important to actually save your universal medals for this type of heroes? And the simple reason is they're hard to get. You don't have legendary event where every 20 spins you're going to get some extra medals of the specific hero. After this, every 60 spins, I don't remember how many spins you have to do for each of them, but at the end of the day you can increase, and when the legendary event come again, you're going to be able to get even more. Right now I have legendary event, and Charlie Manga is for the third or fourth time I see him, and I even have free spins where I can actually get more of him. And if at level 20, 60, 120, you see how much you can actually get. This like 15 medals. But for the Mightiest Governor heroes, they're just get it one time. From there you have to boost them somehow, and the only way you can actually do this is with universal legendary medals. Here you can continue do spinning and continue building this hero. With the Mightiest Governor, you're not going to have this opportunity, and most of the times this type of heroes is actually a game changer, and most of the times is even part from the meta. Now I can make it, maybe put an exception here for Wuboo, since he is also from the legendary event, and there was one extra event where you can actually get this hero, and it's a game changer. But at the end of the day, the majority of the Mightiest Governor heroes is going to be just game changers, and with very high value in long term. And most of the Mightiest Governor heroes are meta defining and hard to get otherwise. Investing in them early give you power spike in the latest seasons. If you see some how the legions get builded, the meta legions, even though that I'm not a huge fan of the meta things, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody was crazy in the season 1 over Muan, how strong she is, how she basically do crazy burst, especially with the synergy, right synergy. But season 2 come, and we have Wuboo. Now season 4 is going to come. Wuboo is a cavalry, just to mention. We have Sirus that people are expecting to counter Wuboo, and Sirus is a pikeman, and pikeman counter cavalry. So you see how the things shift in season after season. So I'm not quite sure, should you actually change the meta stuffs? Especially if you're free to play, I think you should build one or two legions, very strong one. Get the metas, let's say like this, for the first and the second season. Wuboo is for sure, just because the rest of the other one is pretty easy to be getting, and also there is a Theodora that you can actually get pretty easy from the legendary event. But at the end of the day, chasing the metas is maybe not the right thing for people who is not whales and krakens, but in the Mightiest Governor you're going to see extremely strong heroes that are either part from the meta or is going to be part from the thing that is going to counter the meta. And investing in them early is just going to give you great benefits. Right now, I'm planning to compete in the Mightiest Governor, hopefully soon. I'm saving speed ups, I'm saving for all the stages. You can actually see Tribal Right, Hero Growth, Gathering Resources, Rage Against Me, and Units Training. Most of the times Units Training is pretty much defining because it's something unlimited. But yeah, just wanted to point out that if you have universal medals, maybe if you get some hero from the Mightiest Governor, is going to be a better pick to go with your universal medals, just because there is no other place where you can actually get medals for this hero. And one time you open the hero, you slowly going to start build him. I don't say put aside totally legendary advent, because I think in the legendary advent you can get pretty decent heroes there, and sometimes part from the meta legions. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're looking which tokens are extremely hard to get. This is one of the things, and which tokens actually is going to bring the most value. And I think this is in the Mightiest Governor. I think the universal legendary tokens, if you're focusing over building this legion with heroes from the Mightiest Governor, is going to be the best way to go with your universal legendary medals. Not like putting all of them on the Wuboo, for example, in the early season 2, but you know, having an idea that in the Mightiest Governor you're going to be extremely hard for you to actually get more tokens from this specific hero. So yeah, this will be for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, you can get some extra coins from Eneba, you can get Imperial coins, you can get Apex coins with some cashback, which you can use again. Like this, you're going to get something in extra for you, and also you're going to support my channel. I wish you a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new here, and see you in the next video.